this video, I'm going to give you a couple additional tips before you actually get in and build, launch, optimize your campaign. So I want to talk about just a few more concepts that'll help you as you get into the Google Ads platform. So first of all, let's talk about the building process. When you begin to build a Google Ads campaign, a great place to start is in the keyword planner. Now, inside the Google Ads platform, up in the top, there's a tools menu, and in that tools menu, you can find something called a keyword planner. Now, what this keyword planner is going to allow you to do is going to allow you to develop a list of keywords. But you know what? It's not the only place that I ever look for keywords. Now, we've got additional videos on the keyword planner and how to use it, and it's very, very helpful, and I don't want to downplay it. But I also don't want anybody to think that it's the only place you should ever look for potential keyword phrases. There's lots of other tools out there like Bing. Bing has their ad platform, and sometimes they have different results, things that you haven't thought about that you should include in your ad campaign. You can also look at third-party tools like SpyFu, SEMrush, Ubersuggest, which is on the Neil Patel site. And all of these are going to help you discover and build a list of keywords that will match what your searcher's intent is. Okay, and so I want you to really think of this keyword building process as a chance for you to flesh out all the potential searches that somebody might search in order to find your business and begin to do business with you. Now, when it gets time to actually launch the campaign, you want to make sure that all of your budgets in the ad platform are set at the appropriate levels. A lot of times it's going to ask you how much you want to spend per day, and it's important that you do the calculation and you know what days you're running. There's settings where you can run just certain days of the week, certain times of the day, and there's lots of different ways that you can kind of set your budget, but you do have the ability to set the budget at the campaign level and say, hey, I just want to spend $5,000 and that's it. So no matter what I tell you, do not spend more than $5,000. There's also ways that you can say, I want to spend this much on a particular group of ads. And then there's ways that you can set budgets and bids based on the keyword. Now, of course, it's like Google to just put everything on autopilot. A lot of this just literally is set to where if you don't click into it, Google will just automatically run your campaign and they'll do the best thing for you and ultimately drain all the money off your credit card. So you want to make sure that you really are good at setting your budgets and make sure that you're filtering how much you want to spend and make sure that that fits with what your conversion's estimated at. So set your bid prices correctly. Make sure you're setting the geography of where you're going to put your campaign at. So I've seen people make this mistake where they're just like, well, it's an online business, let's just do this worldwide. And all of a sudden they get a bunch of clicks from a country they've never heard of, and they have no ability to ship to that place anyway. And so you want to make sure that you're only advertising in the geography that you want to advertise in. You want to make sure that everything is set to manual bid as opposed to auto bid. Because remember, auto is where Google decides how much you're going to bid. And they just have your best interest in mind, so they're just going to choose what you're going to pay. It's a terrible idea. Everything should be set on manual bid, and you should be controlling your own prices, at least for a long time until you get some comfort level and you're able to trust the platform because you know what you're going to get out of the platform. So I always start with that. When you start your campaign and when you launch your campaign, almost always when you hit go, what you're going to learn in the next 24 to 48 hours is priceless. You've done all this planning, you've written your ads, you develop your keyword list, you've set your budget, set your geography, you've started your campaign, and now you're getting live clicks. As soon as you start getting live clicks, you'll realize that some campaigns do better than others, some ads are better than others, some keywords are better than others. You'll start to see that there's keywords you advertise for that are getting a lot of clicks, but actually are not yielding any result because the keyword doesn't mean what you thought it meant. There's all kinds of possibilities here of how this can evolve and change. So you want to make sure that in that first 1 to 2 days, you're in the platform a whole bunch, kind of watching, learning, optimizing, and making sure that you're not blowing your budget on clicks that you don't want. So looking at your bid prices is a really big area. Maybe changing some ads. Maybe your ads are not performing well and you need to rewrite some ads. Maybe you need to go in and adapt your landing page. Maybe you are getting a lot of click and your landing page is just not converting. So you need to take a second look at that. So there's lots of things that you could potentially have to work on as you get a campaign launched. Now, in this next video, I want to talk a little bit about the Google Display Network and kind of how they try and sneak that in there. I'm not 100% against it, but I'm going to be pretty negative against it right now, and I'll kind of explain why. So I'll see you in the next video.